This is Josh Bycer from GameWisdom.com. Hope you enjoy this video, and if you have any suggestions for games you'd like me to look at here on the channel, please let me know. Hello everybody. Welcome to a spotlight of the game Everything. I am going to blow your minds, I think, with this one. I got a press copy of this, and this is certainly an interesting game, because it's about everything, including a cart-wheeling wolf here. This is definitely more on the philosophical side. We're not going to be doing a whole lot with this game, but it is certainly one for the record books in terms of its weirdness. Basically, this is all about how the universe works and how everything is connected to everything. And you're going to see some crazy scales over the next few minutes. So, right now we are a wolf on a tiny little island here. But the idea of the game is that I can be everything. You can also get characters to join us. And the little thought bubbles and other things are collectibles for us to find. Let's see just how crazy the scale can get. We can zoom on down and become seaweed. And we use the right analog stick to build that circle, which lets us basically control the wherever we're at. Again, this is a very trippy game. So let's zoom out even more. We're now a planet. But we can even do more than that. We can switch planets, zoom on down, and see just what is going on here. Were we a tent? And the game is just simply about you kind of, I guess, connecting with nature. I think that's the easiest way to put it. Come on, boulders, let's go. Go Team Boulder. Oh, we're now a pyramid. And the idea of the game is just basically just going further in either direction. Either getting bigger, 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 or just smaller, smaller, smaller. And 1 second, I just want to actually pull up the name of the person who is referenced here. While I'm waiting for that to happen. this is pretty much it. Everything is everything and nothing, I guess you could say. I can't. Oh, here it is. Philosophy of Alan Watts is one of the narrators, or is the only narrator that we find some of his discussions. So let's zoom back in. But we can certainly get Trippier. The idea is you basically have to go, you can choose basically within the relative size of wherever you're at. So if I'm a rock, I need to find a tree. If I'm a tree, I can usually go higher up for the planet. And if we go this far, it could become the sun. And then from the sun, we become a galaxy. If you're a friend of Cosmo, or Cosmos, this is definitely one for you. The game is very trippy to play as well. So now we're controlling a bunch of galaxies. If we wanted to, we could zoom into a galaxy. And see what we got. Kind of reminds me of like Katamari for some reason, just how crazy it is with scale and what you're doing, but that has like nothing to do with this game. So if you want to get even trippier, let me show you what happens when we go beyond galaxies. We are now just irregular structures here. I seem to control the horizontal and the vertical. So we can go higher up. And now we're little atoms. From a visual standpoint, this game is, again, just very unique to look at. So what are we right now? Alright, we are seeds and matter. Now let's see what he has to say.
Your skin doesn't separate you from the world, it's a bridge through which the external world flows into you, and you flow into it. Just, for example, as a whirlpool in water, you could say because you have a skin, you have a definite shape, you have a definite form. The whirlpool is a definite form, but no water stays put in it. The whirlpool is something the stream is doing. And exactly the same way, the whole universe is doing each one of us. And I see you today, and I recognize you tomorrow, just as I would recognize a whirlpool in a stream. I'd say, oh yes, I've seen that whirlpool before. It's just near so-and-so's house on the edge of the river, and it's always there. So in the same way, when I meet you tomorrow, I recognize you, you're the same whirlpool you were yesterday. But you're moving. The whole world is moving through you. All the cosmic rays, all the food you're eating, the stream of steaks and milk and eggs and everything is just flowing right through you. When you're wiggling the same way, the world is wiggling, the stream is wiggling you. But the problem is, you see, we haven't been taught to feel that way. The myths underlying our culture and underlying our common sense have not taught us to feel identical with the universe, but only parts of it, only in it, only confronting it, aliens. And we are, I think, quite urgently in need of coming to feel that we are the eternal universe, each one of us. Otherwise, we're going to go out of our heads. We're going to commit suicide, collectively, courtesy of H-bombs. And, all right, supposing we do, well, that will be that, and it'll be life making experiments on other galaxies. Maybe they'll find a better game.
I don't know how to respond to that one. But yeah, this is just as you can see, there's not much like everything out there. But again, there really isn't anything to do in the game either. So now, we are apparently a quarter. Or is that a nickel? Go money. But we can get bigger still. Zoom on out. And we've all just been existing inside of a mailbox. Oh look, a phone booth. The objects are revolting. If you're looking for a game to make your own fun, this could definitely fill some time. But again, what you're going to get out of everything is what you're going to put into it. There aren't any goals. I'm not sure what that is right there. It's Attack of the Giant Cookies. Attack them. Again, this is just very much about just kind of like a very interesting idea of looking at the universe. And what was that? Everything is talking to us. Thank you. We'll take our cookie army on the road. You can dance in a very weird way. And I'm sure there's a lot more quotes from Alan Watts here. Oh. Alright, so there was a golden gate. But I have no idea where it's at. Oh, more from him.
I wonder if it's ever struck you how curious a thing it is that most of the things that we experience, we regard as things that happen to us, which we ourselves do not originate, which are events expressing some sort of power or activity that is external to ourselves. And if you consider that, you realize that what you mean by yourself is rather narrowly circumscribed. even events that go on in our own bodies are put in the category of things that happen to us in the same way as things that go on in the world outside our skins. If there's a thunderstorm or an earthquake, well, it happens to you. You're not responsible for it. But so in the same way, when you have hiccups, you didn't plan on it. If you have belly rumbles, you had no intention of doing it. And as to the catastrophic act of getting born, well, you had nothing to do with that. And you can spend all your life blaming your parents for putting you in the situation in which you find yourself. And this way of looking at the world in this sort of passive mood, as something that happens to you, goes right down to our general feeling about life. It goes down to the way in which we have been accustomed to look at human existence as a precarious event in a cosmos that, on the whole, is depicted as being completely unsympathetic and alien to our existence.
Okay. Again, there really isn't much to talk about with this game. And what I'm showing you is, well, basically it. So if you're looking for something to really explore for a few minutes, or to like really spend the time and catalog everything, because there is so much. There's information about Alan Watts's speeches. So as you see, there is a lot to find, and I haven't even come close to finding it all yet. But I think with that, we're going to wrap this play up. Again, this is one of those games that it is very unique, and you are either going to like it or you are going to hate it. But I am definitely curious to see what people think about everything. If you're interested, it is currently available on the I think on PSN, and of course on Steam. But with that said, we are going to wrap up this trippy little game for right now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and check back for more great discussions on video games here on GameWisdom.com, where we examine the art and science of games. So this has once again been everything, and hopefully I'll be able to find wherever that golden gate was. Till next time, have a great night. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and of course share with your friends. It always helps out. For daily posts on all manner of game design and industry topics, check out game-wisdom.com. To support the site and everything that I do, be sure to check out the Patreon campaign. If we can hit goals, it will mean more content for everyone to enjoy, and I'll be able to support myself and my household. If you want to follow me, you can find me on Twitter at GWBycer for updates throughout the day and random thoughts from me. And lastly, you can find me on Twitch right over there at GWBycer for daily streams most nights around 10 Eastern. Thanks again for watching the video, and be sure to check out more great content coming to the Game Wisdom channel real soon.